And it's like, that's my pops, or that's my stepmom, my sister, my brother. Like, you don't really take it serious. But if you want the business to be successful, you have to, transition a little bit. You have to get in that zone. And my pops, he had to sit me down like, yo, I'm your dad, but like when we like in between these lines of business, I'm your partner. So you have to like talk to me as your partner, hold me to task. If you ask me to do something, make sure I do it. So that's something that I've been learning.
Damn. And here's the thing too, Malcolm. When I first met you, there's the thing. I'm familiar with the conscious community and the different players, right? And I've seen your father. Now, when I first reached out to you, I didn't know who your pops was.
Okay.
So that was like an introduction to me, like, damn, right? But then I'm admiring the experience, bro, because I'm a 42-year-old black man, Malcolm, who didn't grow up with his pops like a lot of us, right? And my dad died when I was 8. So the experience, like the exchange of father and son, right? Sometimes I'm watching because I'm like, I have 5 kids now. So throughout my journey of having 5 kids, I've tried my best to emulate fathers that I see that I like. I've tried my best to read and look up on things to make sure they know about our history. But I think it's just important to see you and your pops, because when I see y'all put like best father and son podcast, I'll be like, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. So writing a book like Urban Excellence highlighted, because I read the book, Urban Excellence highlighted individuals in our community that we can use for inspiration. Like, how important is that, right? Because a lot of our people, I at times being in this space, like, I'm not on no ratchet shit. I'm gonna speak truth to power. I'm gonna speak about our people, and sometimes I'm like, damn, is everybody catching on? You know what I mean? So the importance of highlighting individuals that can inspire our community. You never know who's listening. You know what I mean? So talk to me about your inspiration behind even writing a book of that form.
So that came about because me and my dad, like on the show, some of like our really early episodes, and I got to stay consistent with it now. I'll be completely honest with you, but we would like during the show we would have a segment, and it was called Urban Excellence segment. And we would just highlight somebody doing something dope within our community. It could be something like really small as somebody's niece opening up a lemonade stand on her corner. But we wanted to celebrate that because a lot of the images and what it really stemmed from, we were bothered at the idea of quote unquote Black excellence, because it was always a rapper. It was always a multi-millionaire, billionaire, stuff like that. And we were like, why is that considered excellence? Like, why does that always have to be considered excellence? People in like right next to us are doing amazing things, and they should be celebrated just as much. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's trying out here. So everybody deserves a fair shot to be celebrated and to feel like they are doing something excellent. So I wanted to write a book for years. Like my dad has been an author. He wrote his first book in I think 2005. My mother's an educator. I wanted to write a book for years. And I remember I wrote a few things before, and like I was just never kind of really into it. I was just writing for the sake of saying I was writing a book. So I was never really into it. But once we started the podcast, it was just kind of like one of those things that just staring me like right in the face. It was like staring me right in the face. And I was just like, yo, I want to write. I want to interview people I went to college with, or I went to high school with, or people I know on amazing things that they're doing, because they're doing amazing things. And then I didn't even have a title for it for a while. And then I was just like, yo, Dad, I think Urban Excellence, like that should be the name of the book. And he was like, yo, it's right there. It's in your face. So that was like the real reason why I even wrote the book, titled it that way. And that was the inspiration behind it.
Yeah. And that's powerful because I've given it to people. And something I've learned about books, lectures, different point of views from different speakers. You never know who's listening. You never know who can grab a jewel from it. And people don't realize how, and as you see now on social media and shit, like it's an overabundance of people telling you how to get rich and how to be successful. But generally, that's an understandable lane, because once somebody has done something And really, success, Malcolm, to me, bro, ain't really about the money you've amassed, but like a worthy mission that you're on and you see yourself making progress. To me, that's success. And after you've done that, you can kind of show people. So that's important. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So something I want to talk to you about too, because I see you and your dad doing the podcast thing. I do it too. You know what I mean? Talk to me about like the message you would have for people who approach you and say, hey, I want to do a podcast, Malcolm. Like in some people that approach you, Malcolm, I can tell they have like an air of easiness about it. Like I can just cut on a damn microphone and get busy. What did you tell podcasters about the process it takes to actually produce something worthwhile?
So what a lot of people don't realize is that like 95% of podcasts don't make it past like episode 20. We've seen so many people start a podcast. We've even celebrated people starting a podcast. Like we were even said like, yo, this new podcast started, go check it out. And 5, 6, 7 episodes in, they're gone. It's because one, sorry, they don't understand the effort it takes, one, to actually get a quality podcast going. 2, they think it has to be perfect out the gate. 3, they think, you know, once it's up, people are just gonna flock to it and it's here. And then once they don't see growth like as fast as they want it, they kind of just like abandon it. And it takes like real consistency, just like with anything. Like if you're going to the gym, like, you know, the new year just started. If you're going to the gym, whatever you're doing, it takes consistency. Like it really takes a focused effort. And podcasting specifically, like I said, a lot of people don't make it past episode 20. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like they try to emulate what somebody else is doing, right? So they see like Joe Budden, or they see you know, Gilly and Wallow, like, and they try to get the same topics and they try to, you know, emulate that style. And if it's not something like you're truly passionate about, if you can't talk about something by yourself, 20 to 30 minutes by yourself, then you're not really into it and you're going to run out of steam. And once it gets hard, just like anything, once it gets hard and that discipline has to kick in, and if you're not passionate about something, it's not going to go really very far.
That's what I tell everybody, bro. And what people don't realize, because I equate what we do to other creative Black endeavors. Like I think about hip hop, for example, right, Malcolm? I know a lot of artists, bro, who they will tell you, when I first started rapping, I sounded like Rakim. When I first started rapping, I took so-and-so's flow, right? This is the same shit, bro. You may get into this by watching people, but like you just said, the worst thing you can do when getting started with anything is stopping.
Yeah.
You keep going, you build your voice. It's a learning process, but sometimes it get ugly, Malcolm. Because like you were saying,
God. Yeah, if you watch our like first like 50 episodes, I was like a deer in headlights up there, and I really leaned on my dad because he's just a real personal like dude. Like he just, you know, my dad is just him. I had to like really lean on him for a lot of those episodes because like I would just like freeze, you know what I'm saying? And I totally wasn't comfortable. I didn't really get comfortable, I'll be honest, maybe like around episode 100. And that's saying a lot. Like we didn't start doing 2 episodes a week for a while, but sometimes it could take that long. You get what I'm saying? And people don't want they want something like really quick, and they don't want to do that type of work to kind of figure it out, to kind of like get their voice, get their perspective, and kind of just get their own style. They just want everything like really quick. We've done the last episode we did was episode 350.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Your dad said he carried you. Hey, but that's important though, to admit that, because that's that space. Because I know, bro, we know how it is in the hood sometimes. People are very talented. Basketball player, the brother can draw, the brother has an eye for fashion, but many of our people, and just people in general, Malcolm, they fall short because they stop. Because right